All right, what is going on, people? Thank you for coming back and checking out my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Um, I am really excited for this one. This is going to be Recent Additions, episode number 28. And I have a lot of stuff to show. A lot of stuff I'm really excited about. And we will just not waste any more time and get straight into this. So, about roughly 3/4 of these CDs, I would say, was bought in a lot. So I found a lot on eBay, and it had all shows I didn't own, and I went ahead and got it, and I'm really excited about it. So, first thing I have to show, these two go together. So this is a Venus book along with a CD, and the book is called Keeping Them Warm. And that's a close-up of what the disc looks like. And there is the track listing of the show. This is an audience recording. It is, let me just make sure so I don't talk out of my butt, 127 pages. I looked all throughout this last night, and it's wonderful. So it covers pretty much on tour all the way to September of 72. So, yeah, April to September of 72. And the sound quality, I haven't listened to the show, but I did pop it in to see what it sounded like. Great sound on here. So, yeah, and it's by the Venus label, and it's in mono. And yeah, I'm excited to listen to that show. All right, this was in that lot. This is, oh no, I forgot to say what the show is. So it's August 22nd, 1972 Midnight Show. This was also in the same lot. This is April 25th, 1976 evening show called California Wave. And once again, this is an audience recording. I'm going to get better at showing the spines and the booklets inside too. So there's the inside. I'll take the disc out and show you what's underneath the disc. There's the picture that is underneath it. And then if I take this out, maybe pause that and read that if you want. But yeah, California Wave. I popped all these in to just see what the sound was like, and all these range from, I would say, good to very good. So, yeah, very happy with that. All right, this was in that bunch. This is called Elvis Neon City Nights. And there's the back of it. And there's no picture underneath, but there's the disc. By a label that oh, there goes the front artwork. It's by a label that I own no other show from. It's Mac. If anybody in the comments wants to tell me what that stands for, if it does stand for anything. But this is December 10th, 1975 Midnight Show. So, and it's got some bonus tracks. So, that's pretty cool. But yeah, Neon City Nights. All right. From the same month and year, this is Hilton Showroom Volume 2. And this is December 5th, 1975, 10 p.m. show. And there is the disc. So, one of my favorite songs is Just Pretend. and I was looking through my collection. I'm going, man, I only own one December 75 show. And the one that I do have, he didn't do Just Pretend, which is the FTD called Dinner at 8. So, not only does this have Just Pretend, the Neon City Nights has Just Pretend, and I have actually a few more shows coming that have, and they're all from 75 December. But yeah, Hilton Showroom Volume 2. All right, let me see here. Just got this is from the same lot. This is called Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas. The alternate album. And let's see if it'll focus right there. Hopefully you can read that. If you can, I'm sorry. There we go, now it focused. This was kind of a disc that I thought would be kind of a throwaway, kind of a just, it's probably just going to have outtakes that's on the national, but I was wrong. It's pretty close to complete sessions for 1, 2, 3 songs from the Christmas album, and you get all of the masters undubbed and unedited, if there are versions that are unedited. So, I checked the sound on this. This is great, and this is not even put out by a certain label. There's nothing. But this is what it looks like folded out. If you want to read that, you can. See, yeah, there we go. But yeah, Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas, the alternate album. Pretty cool. All right, so from that same stack is Elvis Mania Atlanta. And that is June 30th, 1973 afternoon show. There's the back. And there's the inside. All right. From that same lot still, it's called Glitter of the Nightlife, which covers August 10th, 1973, dinner show, August 10th, 1973, midnight show, August 11th, midnight show, and August 19th, midnight show, all from 73. And the August 10th show is complete, and the August 11th show is complete. 10th and the 19th are kind of just 4 or 5, 6 track sprinklings. But I actually, the artwork on this is actually one of my favorite on these discs. I thought these discs were really cool. So look at that. There's what the inside looks like, and you get a pretty thick booklet too with it. Let's see if I can do that. I mean, disc 2 is going to look the same, but yeah, there's disc 2, and you kind of get this picture of the hotel. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. And most of these, reason I bought this a lot is just because this is stuff I've never seen on, eBay. As much as I look on eBay for stuff, it just wasn't on there. All right, so this is an interesting one. This is called, and this one kind of disappointed me. Not anything to do with the show. It's how I got it. It's called Chaos in College Park. The unfortunate thing is, all the artwork and the disc art and the actual disc is all fake. So this is not even a well done bootleg. It's a CDR. The artwork is just like, crappy paper you buy at Dollar Tree. And the text is kind of, I don't know what the word for it, like pixelated. But I did get most of my money back for it. But this College Park show, this is around the time where he was, kind of getting irritated by movie magazines and articles that was being written about him. I mean, there's dialogue in here where he's like, someone wrote that I had a punch or that I was chubby or something. I mean, he called that guy an SOB, and then there's this whole rant at the end of the show about how his show is the most expensive show on the road, and the people deserve the best. And it's just crazy. He's out of control. He says he's introducing the stamps, and he's like, here's the guys that opened the show. They shouldn't have. It's pretty good. It's pretty. It's entertaining. It's interesting. So yeah, Chaos in College Park, which is September 28th, 1974. All right, let's see here. This is Closing Night, 1973. To keep kind of on par with this College Park show, even though it's a year earlier. This was one of them shows where he's kind of in what I would call a passive-aggressive mood. He's joking, he's laughing, and then kind of the second half of the show, things just kind of, I guess, start to switch up, where he kind of, there was this thing going on with a cook in a hotel, I guess, named Mario, and they were going to fire Mario, and Elvis, he didn't want them to fire Mario. And then, he goes into Tiger Man, and he's like, this song is for the hierarchy of the hotel. And then he does, like, How Great Thou Art, and I think he said something that's like, it's about time you people clap for something. This is, it's interesting. It's fun to listen to. Whenever he's in a mood like this, you never know what's going to happen. But yeah. All right, let's see. What do I have next? Oh, yeah, I want to show these. All right, so this is, these two go together. And, a while ago, I bought that Sunset Boulevard, the 8-inch set. And the sound on that set throughout the whole thing was just horrible. Too much bass. Very warm sounding. The rehearsal sounded horrible. So when I sold that, I kept looking for the 24th. I have August 16th, 74 covered, but I couldn't really find July 24th anywhere. And then I found this. So this is The Brightest Star on Sunset Boulevard. Now, I did not get this in the lot, and I didn't have to find it on eBay. This was actually a trade done by my former neighbor. And, by the way, sometimes you'll see these shows I get, and they have like a crease right here. So all those shows that have that, they came from a guy named Rick Rennie. And my former neighbor actually got a lot of his stuff after Rick Rennie passed away. And Rick Rennie creased all these shows, I guess, to fit in like one of those CD storage holders. But luckily, he didn't do that with the front artwork, only did it with the back. But yeah, so here's here's the front of Volume 1. Here's the front of Volume 2. And then, here's the front of Volume 1. Here's the back of Volume 1. My God. All right, here's the disc on the inside. And then here's the front of Volume 2, and here's the back of Volume 2. and then same type of disc. Very cool. And the sound on this, yeah, once again, you know, these bootlegs, they sound better than what RCA does and what FTD does, except for sessions. But as far as like soundboards, rehearsal stuff, it's bootlegs all the way. All right, this is closing night, September 1972. And I bought this mainly for the rehearsal tape because I love rehearsals. You kind of, you never know what to expect from a rehearsal when you haven't listened to it before. You know, you don't really know whether he's going to be taking it serious. Could be in a jokey mood, making a lot of jokes. I tend to like the more loose, you know, jokey rehearsals. I don't tend to like shows that are like that, though. So sometimes these shows were, it seems like some shows I have, it seems like for 2 or 3 songs in a row, he'll be like changing the words and laughing, which, you know, that's all good, but it's like, you know, it's one thing to do that in a rehearsal, and it's another thing to do that, you know, live in front of a crowd who, you know, pay money. But yeah, and this is September 4th, 1972 dinner show, and the rehearsal tape is from August 4th, 1972. All right, this is an FTD called Houston, Fort Worth, and Baton Rouge, 1974. And this is, disc 1 is from the March 3rd, 1974 Astrodome show. Disc 2 is June 15th, 74 evening show at Fort Worth. And disc 3 is June 17th, 74 Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I will unfold it here. So there's I got this off of Shop Elvis. But yeah, there's once again the front. Yeah, that's Fort Worth. Yeah, Fort Worth, Houston, and Baton Rouge. The final thing I have to show, which you know, I was not planning on getting this at all, but I went ahead and did for the 2 shows that's attached to this. Because the 2 shows that's attached to this, the only way to get them officially is a book. And one of the shows, there's really no good bootleg source. Not really. But that is Elvis, The Last Concert. Now, obviously, I have that grand finale in Indianapolis, which I have compared, and that does sound better than this. But the Atlanta show and the Sioux Falls show, I kind of said, you know what, I'll get that. I'll get this for those 2 shows. So I've listened to the Atlanta show and the Sioux Falls show, and the Atlanta show sounds pretty bad. Sioux Falls sounds a little better. But, you know, you get Such a Night at that Atlanta show. You get Reconsider Baby. You get Unchained Melody. Now, this is one of them kind of, this is when he was, you know, only a couple days in of trying this Unchained Melody. So, combined with, you know, him not being used to doing the song with the bad sound quality, I mean, it's still nice to have, but some of these tracks, you really can't hear Elvis a ton. And I think it was the Atlanta show where the piano, for some reason, is just higher than everything in the mix. It's very odd. But that is all I have to show. That's all. That's probably the biggest recent additions video I've done. Thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. I'm going to be doing an overview on the Venus book for you guys. And there's a couple other sets that have books that I want to go through on my channel. But once again, thank you all for watching, commenting, and subscribing. It means the world to me. I think next month or the month after that is this new Soldier Boy FTD coming out that I won't be getting because I don't want the books. And this month should be Paradise Hawaiian style sessions if everything goes to plan. But yeah, but I had to repeat this, but once again, thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Means the world to me. So whatever day you wind up watching this, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. God bless.